Hey there, it's Jess, your friend in HR, and today I'm going to talk to you about mistakes to avoid on your self-evaluation. It's that time of year when many companies are asking their managers to fill out performance evaluations, and that's typically preceded by a self-evaluation step. And if you're like most people, you stare at that blank screen or that blank piece of paper and you think, I don't even know where to start. And I'll have a whole other video on where to start. But this one is going to help you avoid some of the biggest mistakes that I've seen as an HR person. All right, let's get into it. First and foremost, don't throw people under the bus. It's really tempting when you fell short on a goal or there was something that you wanted to achieve but weren't able to achieve. And it's really tempting to say, well, I didn't get to achieve it because I was waiting on something from so-and-so, or because that department wasn't very compatible in getting me information, or whatever the case may be. If you're throwing out things like that, it's going to seem like you're not taking ownership for your portion of not meeting the goal. And it's going to make you sound like you're not a team player. So what do you say instead? Well, what you're going to want to do is focus on the steps that you did take, the progress you did make, and what you were able to achieve even when the situation wasn't perfect, because that's going to show your endurance, your drive, and your ability to overcome obstacles, and that's what you want to focus on. Also, for bonus points, you're going to want to articulate what are you going to do in the coming year? What are you going to do to keep that momentum up? How are you going to get that goal accomplished as soon as possible? Maybe you didn't get it done by the deadline, but maybe it's done a month or two later. Maybe you're almost done. Articulate the wins where you can, and make sure that you're always sounding like you are a collaborator and not someone who would throw their teammate under the bus. All right, next up, don't be humble. This is your time to shine. Let's not diminish our achievements. Let's make sure that we're putting them out there. Remember that your manager is likely to read this and review it prior to them filling out your evaluation. And in many companies, the score that you're getting on your evaluation can be directly correlated to the compensation that you receive. So let's not sell ourselves short. I've definitely seen folks make the mistake of being way too humble, thinking that that's what their manager might want to read, only for the manager to say, well, I was going to rate them really high, and then I read their self-evaluation, and their self-evaluation made it sound like they really didn't achieve that much, or they didn't do a great job, and so I ended up rating them lower. Don't let that happen to you. All right, third tip, don't use language that makes you sound unsure. And I've seen this more in women's evaluations than men, so ladies, take note. Saying things like, I think I did a good job, or I think I can lead the next project, or I feel like it was a success, it's going to sound like it wasn't really, or it's going to sound like you're not very confident in the fact that you did a good job. And most often, for the ones that I've read, those are women that were doing great jobs. But those I think and I feel statements are not going to do you any favors. So just cut them out. It's your self-evaluation. We know that those are your feelings. We know that those are your thoughts. It's okay instead to say, this project was a success because I blah, blah, blah. Okay? So make sure you're keeping that out. Now, those are just a few tips and tricks. I'm going to be adding a whole lot more. If there's specific HR advice that you would like to see or that you would like me to address, please list it down in the comments below. I would love to add videos that are specific to your needs. And in the meantime, read those emails from HR. I'll see you soon.